Watch an English Bulldog walk down the street, and your eyes are immediately drawn to that wide chest and distinct rolling gait. They are incredibly famous. You see their faces on university logos, sports franchises, and merchandise all over the world. When you look at that heavy, muscular build, it is easy to assume you are getting a rugged dog that naturally takes care of itself. The physical reality of the animal is the exact opposite. They are biologically sensitive and demand a highly structured daily routine to stay healthy. This split-screen matrix maps their tough aesthetic reputation directly against their strict medical and grooming needs. Deciding if a bulldog is right for you requires accepting this explicit trade: low physical exercise in exchange for high daily care. To understand why they look the way they do, we have to look back to their origins in England, where they were bred for the banned practice of bull baiting. That brutal job required an animal with immense physical strength, a low center of gravity, and complete fearlessness. Look at the historic anatomical structure in this photograph. The dogs of that era had longer legs, a different snout, and a leaner frame compared to what we see today. Over the decades, breeders selected heavily for the intimidating appearance, while the actual athletic capability entirely disappeared. Today, they are bred exclusively to be calm, affectionate companions that prefer lounging on the sofa over doing any heavy work. Knowing this history is crucial. If you bring one home expecting the athletic powerhouse of the past, you put the modern dog's health at immediate risk. The modern bulldog has a very low energy tank. They like to move at their own, highly relaxed pace. If you are calculating the physical input required from you as an owner, you only need to schedule short daily walks and a bit of light indoor play. On this effort versus impact chart, low physical exercise yields high-impact positive results for indoor apartment living. But beware a severe limitation. With restricted airways, overexerting a bulldog creates a life-threatening risk of overheating. You cannot force them to jog with you, and you must strictly avoid leaving them outdoors in hot climates. For an urban professional who likes relaxing after work, this low energy profile is perfect. If you want a dog for hiking or outdoor fitness, the Bulldog is a definite deal breaker. That tough, scowling face hides a surprisingly soft, deeply people-oriented personality. This photograph captures the close, calm interaction you can expect. They have a well-documented history of incredibly gentle behavior when placed in homes with children. But when it comes to training, their high intelligence is heavily filtered through a complete refusal to obey quickly. The immense courage bred into them centuries ago hasn't disappeared. Today, it simply shows up as a stubborn refusal to move if they decide they aren't interested in what you want. Training them requires specific input, consistent positive reinforcement, and absolute patience. You have to discard any expectation of rapid results. You are trading immediate obedience for deep, protective loyalty. You have to be an owner willing to operate on the dog's timeline. The daily biological maintenance of this breed is expensive, intensive, and the single most frequently underestimated part of owning one. They do have a short coat, which means you rarely have to brush them, but that is where the easy maintenance ends. This biological schematic highlights vulnerable exterior zones. You must clean facial and tail folds daily to prevent infections. Internally, restricted respiratory pathways permanently limit oxygen intake. Finally, their heavy chest places immense pressure on joints, driving up lifetime veterinary costs. When you see a bulldog in a health crisis, the root cause is almost always an owner who ignored the daily fold hygiene or skipped regular vet checkups. You cannot treat this preventative care as an optional weekend chore. It is a mandatory, strict daily lifestyle commitment. The true cost of the Bulldog's famous aesthetic is a lifetime dedication to intensive preventative health care. When you evaluate the total picture, the ownership difficulty sits at a 3 out of 5. Instead, the effort doesn't go toward running them miles a day, it goes entirely toward managing their daily health. This decision scorecard maps the criteria for an ideal match: reliable climate control, indoor housing, and daily time for hygiene. The right side populates the deal breakers: an active outdoor lifestyle, lack of air conditioning, or demanding high obedience means you will fail this dog. If you are looking for your first dog and simply want one because of its worldwide fame, you need to look elsewhere. Successfully owning an English Bulldog isn't really about managing the dog's daily behavior. It is entirely about whether your personal living environment accommodates their strict limitations. The English Bulldog is the ultimate low-exercise, high-care companion pet. If you meet their needs, the payoff is massive. They offer an incredibly deep level of affection, a permanent calmness, and steadfast loyalty to your entire family. But the exchange is non-negotiable. You trade physical outdoor exertion for strict biological vigilance and significant vet investments. Choose the English Bulldog only if you are fully prepared to support the fragile reality hidden behind this tough-looking icon.